Welcome back to Wreck and Rule.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Wreck and Rule. Continue.
Welcome back to...
Right. Shut it down. Dissolve your Wreck and Rule.
We
no
have...
puns.
Today's date is 6/17/2019.
Are we sure that this is 6/17?
War for Cybertron Siege I. Siege 1 launches in 12 days.
And...
11 days.
Action.
We have the fortunateness to be in the presence of one of the 8 boxes in current circulation because we have a team member who went to top 4 at Origins, or as Brian likes to call it...
Gen Con.
No, you're going to say
wait,
Origins.
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 Yeah. What? Origins.
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 Origins. Continuing on. As Brian opens his box by himself because he's greedy.
I tried to get them to help me.
That's a lie.
Joe refused. Who would lie to you?
I will
would
be
Joe
going
lie
over
to
a
you,
tournament
or
recap
would
with him
I
as
lie
best I
to
can
you?
with a
Joe
list
is
of questions.
right.
The answer is Joe would lie to you.
So,
Joe never lied to you.
Really quick, Joe. I have a quick preamble. Joe didn't know this was coming. He springs that on me. I'm going to spring this on Joe. Deal with it, Joe. All right, so first up, what you see before you hear, these are from packs that I opened as participation packs at Origins. So I got
Wrench.
Wheeljack and Ravage came together. Now, unfortunately, the second pack I opened was the exact same character teams. Luckily, I was able to trade, so I traded somebody for Trailbreaker and for Mudslinger. And then I had Runabout and Top Shot, and then Chromia and our boy Lionizer.
Whoops, my bad.
Fired. And then...
like every video.
Drink. So, rare battle cards are the Unconventional Flying Object, Special Ops Mission, Take Cover, and Damning Field. We're going to really only kind of show you guys the rare battle card because we're going to get tons and tons of commons and uncommons. Going into this box, things I'm hoping to see, I would like to get Run Amok to get the pairing.
Is it common, uncommon?
I think they're both commons.
Yeah.
You say that. Why'd you not have
Just get every common in the box.
Actually, are these all commons I got?
No, common.
2 uncommons. Okay. I'd like to get the Decepticon Jet. That's 4 Stormcloud.
It's called Starscream.
Stormcloud. And I'm not going to say anything about rares just because I want to not jinx it.
Okay.
Watch it be 0 rares.
I'd love to see a double super rare box.
We're going to crack.
Especially in person.
Here's the actual preamble. That wasn't it. I'm just faking out Joe. Look at this. I'm swinging the power around now. Okay. Few quick thanks. So Joe wants this to be kind of like a recap of Origins.
No, since you did whatever there, it's not going to be a recap. I'm going to do it the best I can with a bunch of questions that I thought of, maybe.
Okay. I just want to kind of like throw a few quick things out there.
Who can stop you?
What? Not Joe. So, at the convention, so Ken Nagel, the lead designer of the game, and then John Shirk, the community manager for the game, they were there the entire time. They were hanging out with us. They were kind of like, asking us questions about the game.
Tolerating you.
We got to ask them a couple questions. Ken gave us a couple kind of like mechanics explanations for why things work the way they do, which is really neat. So it was cool to hang out with both and meet them both in person. I roomed with Kyle and Stefan, so we kind of went through the experience together. Eric, Kent, and Adam, we all kind of went out to dinner Saturday night, which was cool to talk about the game and about our communities and things like that. Props to Wes and the Colorado crew. I don't think you know about this, Joe, but they were doing an OPBL Novastar deck. That was apparently like doing some work.
Was it?
So they started with that, and then they kind of branched out to some different teams. One of their guys was doing Blue Bugs, which qualified same day I qualified.
Blue Bugs.
Venin,
okay.
Shrapnel, Kickback, maybe?
Impressive.
Don't quote me. And so Wes kind of like was the guy, like they drove, I think, 18 hours to get there, which is nuts, so props to them. They're all cool dudes.
18 hours?
Yeah.
And I had to sit there, you're whining? Oh my god.
Yo.
I drove 1 hour across Ohio.
Did I whine? No. So,
I'm on camera.
Day 2 being there, the second tournament, playing against Jason, playing Bugs. He said it was someone who watches our stuff a lot. He said that he hates Joe the most out of all of us.
Wait, rewind. What'd you say?
That woke Joe up. Just kidding, he didn't say that. But Cameron, who has a channel called Arbitrary Hero, check him out. He was there all day. Cool dude to talk to. Matt, who is from Nanomachines, also got to meet him there too. Props to Eric, who I mentioned before. I always mess up the order: ice cream and bacon and ice cream. They do a channel where
Bacon ice cream?
I believe that's it. We'll link it when we post this. So check his stuff out too. And Vector Sigma guys were out there in force and qualified the first events that they all played in. Had a strong finish also at the end. Props also to John Temple, who kind of was in charge of pastimes and kind of like just kept...
Kind of in charge?
Going. He was in charge of the pastimes crew. Kept things going. And also head props to, I believe his name was Devin, the head judge.
You can't ask me because I wasn't there and I don't know.
I'm just looking at
You're
you,
looking
Joe,
at me.
so I'm not
Joe, was it
looking
Devin?
at you.
I don't know.
This is a teacher trick. I don't stare at one thing the entire time.
Don't stare at the thing that can't answer you. Was it Devin?
Stare at me, Brian.
I wish he would answer me, people at home.
Oh, God.
Okay. So Devin head judged the entire time. Like every now and then got some relief, got to go take a little break, but still, like he was running stuff the entire time. So props to him. Okay. With that said, Joe, you
finally
have
done talking. Oh
you
my
can have
God.
your
Oh my God! So miracle.
Joe, you have a 2-minute rebuttal.
Everything was perfect. It was good. I like it.
Let's open this up because that's what you guys are really here to see.
Okay.
Fire up, Joe.
Right.
So real quick.
Oh my God.
So many times we'll do that. So
Joe, it's okay, Joe.
we got Primal on top of the box. We have Hound and Sideswipe on the one side. We have Red Alert and Chromia on the other side. Optimus here. No Decepticons. How does that make you feel, Joe? Deal with it.
That makes me feel like Siege 2 gonna be all Decepticons.
Ooh, that's probably true, actually.
Do the numbers on the back for the people.
So
UPC number. What is it? That's you too. Don't read that.
What's UPC number?
So it says here that there is a 1 in 50 chance of getting a super rare, and that the chance of getting an uncommon small character card is 1 out of 5.
So there should be 6 uncommon Battle Masters or little guys. Weaponized.
I'm not good at math.
Okay.
Maybe. And Micromasters.
And we'll start with my questions and things.
So
Can I ask
again,
first?
No. Yes. Go ahead.
what do you think about the infinite combo?
We got question number 1. Okay. So day 1, turnout was 19 players. You did not play.
Correct.
Correct. 1 down.
I passed.
Day 2, Friday. 32 players. Was that correct?
Probably. I don't know.
You got 17th. What did you run?
Oh, day 2. Day
I just
2.
said Day 2.
Day 2, I ran Rogue Squadron, which is Jetfire, Alpha Bravo, Fireflight, RC. Did I say 4 people? If that's 4 people, it's what I ran.
Good.
Okay. Did I still pass?
Maybe.
Okay.
Day 3, Saturday. 42 players. You got what place?
Were there?
Yeah.
First.
I'm like 99.9% sure it was 40 players.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
To date, as far as I can tell that I'm aware of, that was the highest attended Transformers event.
Ever.
As far as I know.
No, I was saying as far as I know. I wasn't asking
Okay.
you a question.
Oh, okay. So
Don't you know interrogative and declarative statement?
I do. The new packs, when you open it, you see this, which is on either side. So the protector cardboard is no longer blank, which is good or bad, because these were kind of cool to write down lists and things like that. But that's a cool
Right,
image.
but that the right side is the...
I mean, we never run out.
Yeah, it's you don't have that like glossy side that's not the best
Right.
side to write on anymore. It does say here to check out, if you want more info on the toys, check out more information at transformers.com, but ask a parent first.
Can I, Brian? Can I check it?
Is that real? Oh my god, that's real. Ask a parent first.
So first up, we have Fire Drive, Uncommon, Battlemaster, and Sergeant Shrapnel, common character.
I'm just lay these like... Why don't you do like... Never mind, whatever. You do what you want. Alright, 42 players, highest attended event, you got first. To date, How does that make you feel?
I was nervous the entire time because I thought that I could somehow
Pass.
mess it up.
How did you feel about that? Not during. That you've got you got first place in the highest attended event so far. I'm talking about attendance numbers.
Good. I had to I had to crawl my way through. I think so. We're gonna probably put this video
This
out
is like
first.
an awkward accolade I'm just giving you.
I know. I don't know. I feel like this is somehow going to circle around and be something bad.
No.
Feel
No.
good. Question.
Just to date, it's the biggest
Answer.
numbered event. That's
It was
all.
cool, but the entire time, like every game, I'm just saying, every game I played was down to the wire that day. I played against a lot of cars, so it was stressful because I had only one kind of like decisive win the entire day.
So it even
Rarest
feels
heat of
better,
battle,
right?
which is the
That Bull 3, Tough 3 one?
all characters get Bull
Want
3
10
and
of them.
Tough 3 till the
Metroplex
turn.
right in there. Anyway. Day 3B, 24 players, and you did or didn't play.
I sort of, but like I was really just looking to get practice with
Sort of
the
practice
list.
in and
I
out.
was hoping that I would play against something that was not
So nothing
obvious.
important. 24 players. Sunday, top 32. You finished third or fourth? Do you know third or fourth?
Top 4. I assume probably 4th because I played Dan, who got 2nd, and then Matt played Stefan, who got 1st.
I see you guys. Going into top 32.
Double.
That's off the
double
map.
wheeljack.
That's off the map.
All right, it's a double of wheeljack.
Okay.
I think we need to stack wheeljacks.
Going into top 32, what was your goal?
Not scrubbing
So,
out.
legitimately, I was hoping. I went into it with 0 expectations. Like I was happy that I just made it in the first place. If I made the first cut and got the invitation to the PAX Unplugged, the Sunday event, would have been ecstatic. So, like after I won the first
So
game,
was that your
even
goal,
though I
top
played
16?
against, I had 0 goal. Like I literally, I'm telling you, Joe.
When you sat down at the table and you were like, hey, I'm here at the top 32, what is the very most important thing you wanted to do that day?
Win. However, I was
Win what? Win the next game or win the whole thing?
I didn't look at the entire thing. I was only looking at a round by round basis.
So you really just wanted to just win the very next round?
I was not looking for correct. I was not looking long term.
Okay, good, Bri.
But I also felt super bad because I was paired against Eric, who's a local guy, is one of our friends.
There were a ton of us in that local area, you guys in that local area that are all
but there
from
were
around
32, and I feel that the only other,
here. Weren't like half of them like us?
essentially, I think the other
That's tough.
pairing that got matched up first round of like people who are local was Kyle and then Adam. Bixford,
Right, that's what?
Vector Sigma.
Five VS.
Blowpipe.
You, Kyle, Stefan, Eric. That's at least 9 right off the top of my head that I know they're in this area. That's
Did you even
pretty
get
damn high.
all the Vector Sigma guys?
It's my right hand with 5.
Oh.
Brian, Kyle, Eric. Who did you
Fire
forget?
Con
I forgot somebody.
Flame, People at Home as the
Stefan.
rare.
So that's 9 right off the bat. So almost a third of the field was us. This group, this area.
In the top.
Maybe more if I forgot somebody.
Possibly.
Who did I forget? When you got to the top 16, what was your goal?
So
These aren't career decision questions.
I know. I'm just taking a second to think about my answer.
Was your
rather-
goal like, I'm done, I don't have to worry about anything else? Or do you like, I want to try for that box? Because top 8 is the box, top 16 was not.
I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I'm like, if I manage to squeak out this win,
That's right,
I get to go home with a box.
Hold on,
That's
All right.
right.
But I think though that in some ways that made me more nervous about it. So Roadhugger, the small character, duplicate of Trailbreaker, who I already had.
Now you're in top 8. The only thing you can get from here on out is cash, since nobody knew that there was a plaque or like a acrylic thing, unless they showed you guys. They didn't show us.
I don't think we knew until they gave this to Stefan.
So from there on in, it was just cash, cash, cash. There was no difference in top 8. There's no other prize thing to give out for top 8. So in top 8, what was your next goal?
To
Get breakfast.
So I'll be honest, going into it, I did not memorize or look carefully at what the cash prize payouts were because I didn't want to see that as all right, if I win this game, I get X amount more money. Because in general, I'm not a huge fan of cash payouts for tournaments because I think it brings out potentially bad things in people.
Okay.
And even big, huge store credit, I've seen when I was TOing X-Wing a lot. players kind of like become, I don't know, more of a jerk in that type of situation, and I was wary of that, and I definitely did not want that on me.
Money
Infiltrate is the rare.
That's got to be a
for
money
that.
card.
So you just went there being humble and just like try to do your best, basically.
Yeah, and bit by bit, like again, the deck itself, like if I see certain things, it's going to fire off and be great. If I don't see things, it's going to be very, very bad.
So when you were in top 8, you were just like, I'm done. That's it.
Box. Yeah, once I had the box, like anything
The
past
weight
that
was just like off your shoulders?
Yep.
Okay.
Private
I
Red
see.
Alert as the character. He is a
Your overall winnings were $750 cash, 3-day PAX U badge.
which I didn't know about till you reminded me today. Flag is the micro. I
Invitation-
did not look into this.
Invitation to the Energon Invitational, PAX Unplugged, top 30. No, it's going to be top 32. It's going to be top whatever.
Speaking of which,
That
like
final day.
that was something I was happy to get because I don't have to worry about
For the rest of the
I
next
can't
couple
do
months.
Gen Con,
Right.
right? So I don't have to worry about doing the local events. I don't have to feel that pressure first few days of PAX. I can just kind of play and practice and have
Casually,
fun.
yeah.
Right,
Everyone else is like, I need to earn that. I still have to work for it.
right.
And a box of Siege 1.
Yes, Take Cover is the rare battle card.
How do you feel?
Right now?
Yeah.
So in all honesty, for a lot of the car ride home, like the first few hours, I was kind of replaying that last game against Stan because I definitely had a sequencing error. Now, it's definitely not clear that I would have won if I would have played it the correct order. I definitely would have had a chance to draw another card, which could have helped me. But I was most definitely beating myself up for a little bit on the ride home.
For the first 2 hours.
Yeah, and then like I would kind of make peace with it, and then kind of like stop at a rest stop, eat some food. Like, wait a second, I really boned that up, and it would kind of like cycle back around again. Private Stakeout is the Micromaster, but overall, like
but
right,
at that point, $750 plus the invite and the badge, it's like, and the box. Even the mess up is like,
Oh,
I
did
understand.
you still you still feel like you wanted to do better?
well, not only that, but I mean, part of it was also kind of like elation that I did not mess up in a weirder way. Like, forget to take out my sideboard cards when I went into the next game. Like,
that would have been a nice deck check. What are
I
they
know,
doing
right?
here? You're gone.
Another unconventional flying object. I think they want me to play
It's going to
spaceships.
be unconventional sitting in my binder.
Shockwave.
It's going to be unconventional
Bring back
shockwave.
Shockwave.
All right, moving on.
Wave 1 Shockwave.
Yeah, but I want him to be in the bot mode. Wheeljack. Your team was Wheeljack, Prowl, RC, and Firefight.
Correct.
Since you already talked about it in the later video, but earlier video or whatever, how did you come to this team dartboard conclusion?
So basically, it begins with my love affair with Thundercracker and like building up for a big, huge, giant swing. Specialist Flame War. She's uncommon. Look at that.
That art is gorgeous.
It's pretty cool. And then Detour is the Micromaster, which is a common.
Oh, we
It
will
is
see
storming
tomorrow.
here, so it would be really bad if power went out right now.
Please don't. Power is still on. How is that possible?
That is happening several times.
Maybe I could turn some lights off and.
Can we like pause this? It's storming apparently where we are, so
Maybe I'll cut down on electricity things that are being used.
was that the AC that you guys are like live
I think I'm going to do that live.
emergency like preparation right here.
This guy is going to fall on the head.
We'll just go down to Joe's bunker if that happens.
Yes.
Should have got
We
that
all
solar
do.
battery.
Transformers.
Call my boys a Tesla. Jesus. Okay. What was
Wheelie, the rare right there. Kind of nice it came with Flame War. That'd be nice
What
to
was I saying?
pull in like a turbo or sealed environment there.
what were we even talking about?
My team, where
Dark
where it
Lord,
came from. So yeah, I've been messing with like random assortments of characters, big swings off of a character that can hit really hard, Chromia, which is a double. Already had her. And then Top Shot, who is also a double.
Can you open a rare already?
I'm trying.
Try harder.
And it just kind of like it evolved. You said the first day, right? Or second day? You're
No,
talking
the
about.
team that you won with, Team Darkboard.
Yeah, so it was just basically I melded Rogue Squadron, which is a same idea. You build up for big swings with RC.
Will we see
Jetfire.
a breakdown of this deck?
Yes, because we just film it.
Thank you, Brian.
Unless the power goes out.
We're looking forward to that.
And fries your computer.
Okay.
The new force field art, by the way, is really cool. Like that's
That's pretty cool, yeah.
Brian, how many games did you have under your belt with this going to Origins? I can't wait to hear this number.
So really quick. With Rogue Squadron, the thing I ran the first day I competed.
No, the
launched.
thing in the top
I understand.
32.
I know. I'm building to it.
okay.
But then I tweaked that deck, which was an iteration of an earlier deck I played. But anyway, Adam from Texas helped me to practice a little bit with it the night before. Maybe I think we got 2 games in with it before I competed with it on Saturday.
With the tweaked version.
Yeah.
All right, how about like the original version?
Where there were field communicators, like where it's a totally different deck and there's no double oranges.
You played 2 games.
How many games did you... How were you prepared to go to Origins?
Badly? Poorly? I was poorly prepared? Is that the right answer?
So basically, did you came up with like your
So-
deck? Did you came up with your deck like
At
just
there?
on the spot?
As I was driving, right, I was doing this whole, like, I was going to do this whole video log thing where I was going to talk about how, like, I'm going into this with minimal prep and, like, this is exactly how you should not go into a big event.
All right, how
and
about the
that-
field communicator version? How many games you get with that?
I played it on a Wednesday at our local store, so 3. I think we did pull 9 people, so we didn't have around 4.
So
So actually, maybe revise that. So probably more like maybe 6 to 7 because of we probably were able to do best of 3.
okay. So even night of preparation, you haven't played.
That's a rare. Neil knows. So he's the guy who plays off with star cards.
Sounds like my Destiny Store Championship when I had like 1 week of practice with it. And was it?
And you won it. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Jesus God. Okay, 7 games. You heard it there, folks.
So robot mode, when you play a battle card that has exactly 1 star, do 1 damage to an enemy. Jet mode, flip into it. Return a card that has exactly 1 star from your scrap to your hand. 8 stars.
Question for you.
No, what? Fine.
Aimless is our little guy. I don't think I have him yet. I do not.
So, do you consider your deck that went in top 32 and managed you to land the top 4? Is that then a jank deck?
Champ deck?
Jank deck.
Jank deck. Yeah, probably because most people when I was playing it looked at it and didn't thought it was weird.
That's what Metroplex was in last December. People didn't want to react to it because they never played against it. They don't know what it does. And by the time I figured it out, it was too late.
Microcapacitor is the rare. When you use the upgraded character's tap ability, untap that character and scrap this card. So would
That's for the
essentially
Micromaster.
Grab your face in a second.
yes.
Yeah. So,
Soundwave petting Ravage. I like it. It's a nice father-son relationship. Father's Day a couple days ago.
Huh?
Happy Father's Day. Joe, happy Father's Day.
Yes, sir. Wait,
Happy
what?
Father's Day.
Someone did that joke. They're like, "Happy Father's Day." I'm like, is it really? Are you sure? What did you do the night before Sunday's top 32?
So,
How many hours of sleep did you have?
so Kyle and I, we dropped from the second tournament that night after round 3. And then we went to go eat sushi. We had beer. We went back. We filmed 25 minutes of a turbo game because we pulled all blue cards. We just couldn't do damage to each other. My phone shut off because it ate up all the memory, so it didn't even get to finish the game. And then from there,
You're welcome.
we had to wait for Stefan to get done his tournament because that was the tournament he qualified in. It was like the last chance one, basically. And then we waited around for an Uber, got an Uber back. Stefan went to go get food at Denny's, which, he went out to go get food at Denny's. Kyle and I practiced a little bit because he was narrowing down what he was going to play. I didn't practice with my deck because he wanted it against a straight normal Cars deck. We're talking about before Sunday, right? Or before Saturday?
The night before Sunday. The night before the top 32.
And then we probably went to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I decided to wake up at about 7 o'clock in the morning because I was worried that somehow I would sleep past the alarm or I would
All 3 you would sleep past
have
the alarm?
trouble finding parking and would just scrub out just because I wasn't there.
Scrub
Trigger happy, by the way. Scrub out, so lose. Be disqualified because I didn't show up. and he's uncommon. Trigger happy, I'm excited about.
He's going to be playable.
Like a mini Megatron.
Here we go. How many times did you draw throughout the entire tournament?
2. 1. And even then, I was nervous that it would somehow like disqualify me. So it was when I went 5-0.
Was it only game? 1 draw?
That Saturday, yeah, there were no
To times?
no games went to time.
Okay.
1 or 2 games got close to it, but did not happen.
You already answered this, but that's fine. Talk sideboards. How often did you sideboard battle cards?
First day I played on Saturday, the answer is 0. Didn't do it at all. I had the deck ready.
The day you won. When you went undefeated.
Correct. I didn't sideboard at all, just
That
because.
makes me just like not care about sideboards. Okay.
That makes me say
No,
that
it's a weird sampling, right?
that yes, it's a
5-0,
weird.
It's
6-0?
one deck,
Right?
And
I only played against card decks all day, basically.
yeah, that
And-
makes me say that you actually have like found a deck that is good enough to just go against the field without like needing to sideboard.
Maybe, but again, I basically only play against cards all day.
That's still something. It means like your deck is actually good against cars. That's it.
Trailbreaker, which is another double.
I still believe that's
Laser
sideboard is
Leak,
good.
who we don't have yet, who is an common. He is a common. Basically, my sideboard that day was designed for if I slotted in Bumblebee Lieutenant.
Why are you
We'll
over
call him
here?
BLT.
I'm not get that far yet. Some battle cards.
I know. I'm just saying the entire sideboard. People at home, if Joe would just let me talk, I'd answer his question.
Just let you talk. Oh my god, that's all you've been doing.
The entire sideboard was only there if I threw Bumblebee in, was how it worked that day, which is why I changed it the second day, because I never used Bumblebee the first day. Proceed, Governor.
How often did you sideboard?
Rare is a Gyro Blaster.
How often did you sideboard your character?
Or Joe, you're basically Greek. Would you pronounce that as
I'm
Euro?
basically Greek.
Is that a Euro
What did you just
Blaster?
Dude, Italian and Greek is different, man.
Would you pronounce that Gyro or Euro?
Gyro.
What euro? Who
That's
said
the
euro?
It-
He just say no.
He said no.
Did
What
you
was
say
the
no?
question?
Did
See?
you ever
See?
Right. Okay. So what do you say?
How often did you sideboard your character?
0.
See?
At all, both days. Another rare, Optimus Prime.
Boom!
In general. So Robot Mode, Bold 1, Tough 1, and Focus 1. Focus is before you flip battle cards when battling. Look at the top card of your deck, and you may scrap it if you don't like it.
I need to get Nemesis.
What does it do?
In this mode, each of your characters has Bold 1 and Tough 1. That will be good with Nemesis.
Yeah.
I want Nemesis to get Focus 6.
I wanna play Optimus and Optimus.
No.
No.
What?
Fluff-wise, no.
Wait, what?
Yes, it'll probably be good. I'm just saying I don't like to play like the same character twice. It feels weird to me from a fluff perspective.
What about 3 Bumblebee?
We have Nightstick. I'm amazed that I've not, other than this, like from this box, I've not doubled up on little guys yet.
How many?
It's a good sign. You're
One.
probably about to start.
Probably.
The top decks seem like mostly bugs and 3-wide Optimus. Is that true?
At least the ones that made like top 8, yes. The top 32, top 16, I don't know. I was so tunnel visioned into like where I was when I was playing to look around. But yes, there were a lot of the triple Optimus and the bugs.
Did you see any triple Optimus the day before on Saturday?
I played against one. I played against one Saturday and against one on Friday.
Okay.
But both of my decks are designed just to have a lot of pierce and swing out really hard, so
It doesn't matter. That's the deck that
I
you
don't
pray
have a
about.
problem with it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mudslinger, who's a double, but again, I got him the day before. Or I got that from Pack Set.
That's actually pretty.
RC, who I don't have, I don't think. Kyle had him. Her. RC. Colin.
Did you go up against any Metroplexes or combiners who weren't Superion?
I went up against 0 Metroplexes. There were a few out there. I think one of them made day 1. I don't know if any qualified past that.
Were there any in top cut? Or top 32?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Metroplex.
players that played Metroplex
I meant the
made
actual
it to
deck.
the top 32. I don't know if they brought it.
The big guy got him there and they just left him on the side of the curb. Unbelievable.
Rare is Heroic Team Up for that one.
I have to say, like playing Metropole is scary.
Playing it scary?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Because-
oh, please, 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 please.
Yeah,
Oops.
it's gonna ask you to like.
Oh, I will say Kyle was considering. We'll probably talk to Kyle at some point too. Kyle was thinking about playing Metroplex.
See, if there
And
were
that's
none
what
in
we-
top 32, that would have been a surprise.
We practiced the
Could
night
he have
before.
survived?
Infiltrate, which we have a second copy of now.
Good,
It's
good.
rare. Secret action.
Rumor has it. Yes.
Yes.
You missed a Wheeljack Bowl 3 trigger.
I believe this is a lie.
Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't a question.
It was trolling. Ratchet.
No, there's no. Oh, okay.
Ratchet. We got Ratchet, who is an uncommon. So Kyle was kind of like,
I didn't ask for it. This wasn't a. It's not a question.
well,
It's a
you
declarative
get-
statement.
this is a debate, and this is
Not a
how the rules
It's
go.
not debate.
I don't think so. I think Kyle thought I had a grenade launcher in the
I'm
scrap.
going to
I
believe
think it-
Kyle over you 99% of the time. And
That's
this
fair.
is one of those 99.9%.
You were born.
I believe that the grenade launcher was from a previous attack, and it was kind of like in that waiting to go into the scrap
Bowl
area.
3 trigger.
Or Wheeljack was
Wait,
not in the right
How
mode.
is that possible waiting? Like after you
Because-
attack, you just scrap it.
I think I have a double.
You probably counter
Roadhugger?
sequenced.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's talk about bug decks.
I got some thoughts about this.
There was a rumor that there were 1 or 2 new players there.
I believe so. During the course of the event, there were at least maybe 3 or 4 actually. I think of players who said that they like learned the game that day or the day before, and they were playing bugs, and at least 1 or 2 made it into the top cut. And I think that it's a little bit problematic that you could learn the game the day of, and also qualify along people who like have
A
dedicated
good chunk of their time. And
yes.
struggle to make it in there, and then this player comes in and it's like, hey, I'll swing for 90. And then they're just right there.
Tote is a double. Yeah, and I think it's, in all honesty, so I only played against bugs during 2 rounds of the entire like weekend. However, each of those, it was 3 games. And after the first 2 games, I started to keep track, and I kind of rewinded like that second game in my head. Now, obviously, ISFs will mess up the order, but other than that, you essentially have a sequence that you follow with bugs. And then you just follow it, and then there's not really a...
Look at this little flowchart. Did you flip a bug this turn? Did you attack with that bug this turn? Is your opponent dead yet? Repeat.
Runabout double. I was hoping I got the other one.
So it's a little bit weird because like I think I know from the designers that they wanted to have a deck that is still strong and easy to access for the beginners and compete with like seasoned players. So do you think that it is?
Too good? Yes. Shockwaves, special, cool, sweet, Dr. Octopus card.
So do you think that it's like something that shouldn't be designed, like a deck that is just good enough and easy for people to like just jump in and not?
Well, I think there's a difference between making it easy to pick up and play and easy to pick up and qualify for like an event. Where
Against a field of people who are supposed to be extremely difficult to beat, and you could beat them with the blindfold on. Kind of depressing.
a little bit. I think that bugs, like obviously, I mean, what, 1 bugs player made the top 4, 2 made top 8.
I'm not going to count the top 4 player because he knows the game. He's been playing for quite some time. It's not it's
Yeah,
crowd.
yeah.
So I'm not going to hold that against him because he knows the game. He played it a million times. He did well. But it's when someone can just, hey, you off the street, come here. Here, do this for 10 seconds, and they're running right with you in Top Cut. It's like, why?
It does seem odd, and I think bugs. I mean, we'll see what happens with Wave 3, right? But I
They're
think
a bit
that
stronger.
maybe
They'll still make Top Cut.
maybe not. I mean, yeah, but there's also plays that you have now. The secret action that when a character
I
defends, you
want
can
to see how they react to that.
throw like a force field on there that they
They're
can't
going to
pop
scroll
off now.
up, yeah, because it's really fragile too. Like, and now that we can actually play
Batter
with
and ram.
sideboards, you can design your deck to not handle well against bugs the very first match, But then if you have the secret actions and force field in your sideboard and just side it in,
That's definitely gonna be the sideboards. Oh my god.
Yeah,
it's
you're
really
going to
secret
Secret
like-
actions, yeah.
yeah,
Would be-
you're going to like flip up the percentages of the wins against bugs. Like,
cancel that orange action. Goodbye to your swarm.
Yeah.
Goodbye to your supercharge.
And bugs is actually a deck where you cannot do a lot of sideboarding with it.
So
Like,
you guys,
what
right,
are you going
how
to
much
do?
more orange can you get?
Ravage.
Yes, no, nothing.
Again?
So
You guys think secret actions could possibly neuter bugs?
First
yeah, sure.
Firecon, Sparkstalker.
Looking
So that's why I
forward
like sideboard, because sideboard is going to like open you a lot of plays and not feel like certain deck is going to like be overpowered.
Flip 3 oranges, draw 2 cards. When you flip to this mode, scrap an enemy armor. Ooh.
to it. Do you think WotC needs to keep an eye on bugs, or you think they're already playing this with secret actions and they already have it taken care of?
Maybe. I do think that maybe there were certain things in Wave 1 that, like, once it got out to, like, the masses, and obviously, like, you know, they have a playtesting team, they have a very strong playtesting team, but you can only playtest on your own so many
Right. You need other
possibilities
minds and,
iterations.
and
Right.
play styles in there.
So I think there's things that are going to surprise them. I do think that it's not just bugs. Like, bugs collectively are a problem. However, like, Wheeljack is an extremely strong character for 9 stars.
I'm saying even increasing one of the bugs by 1 star throws off that whole team.
It does. I'm not
No.
sure if they would.
No, I'm not saying do it. I'm
Yeah.
saying just 1 star somewhere in there messes up the entire bug system.
I think that when they started to design the game, and bugs was actually wave 1, right? You have to remember that it's a young game, and usually when you're designing the game, you are going to design
Mudslingger, double.
not only one wave, and then the second
Count.
wave,
Don't have them
wave
yet.
one, was like probably designed for like a lot of
Why are you reaching
Cannon
across the
happens.
table?
It's possible that they haven't like seen that bugs was that powerful.
I think they knew it was happening.
It's possible, yeah.
Dampening field. I pulled one of these already in
Dampen
the
your face.
participation.
There will be definitely correction, and then we saw them like actively participating with the community to like correct some weirdness, like the infinite combo. So
That was kind of neat, like that they did that, but also you know, just seeing Ken during the event, like kind of walking around, seeing what people are playing, just kind of checking out interactions between things, what people think is strong. Like, it was neat to see that.
yeah, so I definitely have like confidence on them
Stake
making a
out.
better game
Who
for
is
sure.
a double. Sparkstalker, who is also a double. Just pull.
Name something you liked about the Transformers event.
It was really neat. A lot of people came up and said that they'd watched our shows, so that was kind of cool. Or watch our episodes, that they like our stuff. They like that we do weird stuff. Everybody was asking where you guys were. I basically said that Joe had spent all his money on combiners, and Frenchie had spent all his money on Magic.
Sounds accurate.
Another
Yep.
Euro Blaster. And then the other cool thing too was there were some people who I've either interacted on Facebook with, like Wes I know, like we talked a lot back and forth. Adam, Cameron I've talked to. Like, it was neat to kind of, like, I knew them, like I knew Cameron, what he looked like just from Facebook and stuff like that, but it was neat to meet in person. And then the same thing also with, like, we've talked to John Shork in a number of different ways, both for like us as a channel, but also as moderators. And then same thing with Ken. Like, so it was neat to meet
To meet
them
people.
in person.
So
Tote, who is
people out there that haven't met us
duplicate?
yet, that
Proud.
will come to
Duplicate.
Gen Con, come say hi, I guess.
Yeah. So big announcement. I've been saying that Joe's been going to Gen Con for a while, but a new challenger appears.
Did you buy a badge?
Let's see after that.
He didn't buy his badge yet. Did you buy a badge?
I need to buy the badge. I need to see stuff. Yeah.
Frenchie
Schedule's a little different. That'd be Thursday or
should
Friday.
be going
Yeah.
to Gen Con. Another unconventional flying object. Guess we're playing
It's
spaceships, right?
So yeah, definitely come greet us. We want to meet you guys. You
It was
guys are like supporting our channel, so that's great. We want to meet you guys.
It was neat too that they knew Kyle, which was also cool. And like Kyle's been on maybe like 2 or 3 episodes with us,
yeah.
so it was neat that they knew him, and like they remembered his game against you where you played your stupid like
Sorry. Blitzwing, RC, thrust.
we gotta stop letting you play
Pierce
like,
90. Eat
yes.
it.
So character is Flame War, who is a dupe somewhere. And then Ravage, who's also a duplicate.
Name something you disliked about the Transformer event.
Just the random like just pairings, and this is not like how
Random pairings?
No, just
Oh,
listen
the
to me.
tournament,
Just
Brian.
shut up. So, not how they did pairings, but just the fact that the day I qualified, I was thrown up against 4 different Cars decks. Like it's not their fault, right? It's not the player's fault. Just it was rough facing them 4 times in one day.
Is it not the player's fault?
It's not.
I
It's
don't-
just.
Do you think there's a single person at that whole event, whole weekend, said, "Oh, I had to play the Fireflight RC wheel deck Proud deck 7 times in a row"?
No, because I
Nobody
never.
said that.
I don't think I played anybody
Right.
twice over the entire weekend.
I'm saying no. That was a joke, Brian.
I don't understand.
I'm saying
humor
like a
joke.
Cars deck. Cars is well known. Cars works. Everyone's gonna run Cars. Does it seem like there's some sort of lack of people don't want to risk it and try and bring their own thing, and they want to try something tried and true? Because then like that triple wide Optimus thing was everywhere, and it's like
Sideswipe on Pump, one of my favorite characters.
at some point this has become okay. We need to have more decks in the meta. Like the last day of PAX Unplugged, there were like 38,000 different decks, and then over here at this one there was like 5 different decks, 4
I think it states that.
Visper.
that people aren't messing around. They want to run the decks that they know are going to get them in.
Especially when
That
there's
there's
They don't
like,
want to take a
consistency with.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, the more the game is going to develop, more people are going to get into the game, the more homogenized the field is going to be. Like, I'm still like
Callous leadership.
30
is
players.
rare.
We still have like see some
That's the
high variances into the decks. In a game, it's better to have like high variances of different decks because it attests that the game is living.
Right.
I think for the very first high stakes events where you got like that cash prize at the end, people don't want to mess up, so try and true. I think it's not a bad thing.
I just hope it breaks that mold.
I hope
I don't
so.
want to
Yeah.
go in the tournament and see like 46 cars.
And Brian
like,
showed it. Brian just like went
Yeah.
out of the ball,
Yeah.
and you can get top
break
4
the
without the ball.
mold.
But that was my Lionizer double. That was my win condition though, was to do that. Like I can't play bugs as well as someone who plays. Well,
You can't play
maybe.
bugs well. Here's how
I'm
you
sorry.
play bugs. You ready? You put the blindfold on. You flip the
You just
cards.
memorize which character is where. I was like, we're throwing some shade today, Joe. Red Alert
Listen.
is a
Everybody runs bugs. Everyone
Double.
gets a shot with bugs. We've all run bugs. Wave 1, wave 2. We've played bugs. I played bugs. I still have bugs assembled.
to test against though. You don't.
You got it.
You don't really play it at events.
I do.
Apparently you do.
You're a degenerate.
Wow.
I didn't say.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if I gave bugs a try if they were still viable
Really?
during Wave 3 at Gen Con. If I wanted to run that the first day to see how fast I could just qualify to get in.
I still believe
And
that.
then run something different.
I feel like
What's the
Joe
top
has brought shame to our family.
I will bring
By
a ton
saying-
of decks to Gen Con.
I say there's
Not
like
even I know what I'm
still
gonna
way
run.
of evolving bugs for sure. Like ways of like going to attack. Like I've been trying to like go with, for example, kickback first instead of like going with scrapnel first.
Dangerous.
Still worth it.
'Cause there's no
Storm
break.
Cloud, the 4-star guy, which I really wanted to see, so that's cool.
I do believe there's like way of like playing differently. Like playing the same stuff again and again is it's boring.
Flame Feather, another of the fire cons. So when he defends and you flip battle cards, he gets +1 defense till the end of the battle for each orange you flip, up to +5. So he's your tank. And you flip into his alt mode, each of your fire cons gets bold 1 till end of turn. He's like a mini prowl in that mode. I like his art a lot in bot mode.
He's
He's
pretty
got like
cool.
a mohawk.
By the way, what do you think about this Firecon?
As a team,
Yeah.
We'll find out.
cool. And it's going to be, I think, similar to Dinobots, where
Similar to bugs.
Are we?
Run
I
a
think
heavy
more like-
orange, and then sometimes the orange can work on defense.
But what
By
I'm
the way-
saying is similar to how Dinobots, they're 3 wide orange, they struggle against 4 wide orange.
By the way, are we going to see some plays of?
Wait, isn't one of the fire cons they defend with their oranges?
That guy.
No, not this guy.
Yes.
Yes, this guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Erratic energy grenade.
One
Is
down,
the
12 to go.
Yep. Frenchie just asked, will we see some Wave 3 gameplay with this stuff? Yes.
Yeah, when Wave 3
We would
launches.
like to. Well, no, we would like to do that before.
Ooh, we could do live. Oh,
What's
Super
that?
rare, baby. New Megatron.
What's he do, bro?
So when he's in robot mode at the start of your turn, if this has 3 or more upgrades, you do 1 damage to each enemy. 7 attack, 15 health, 2 defense,
That's
15
massive.
too.
That's
That's power creep. I see it coming in.
13 stars. Tank mode. When you flip to this mode, do damage to an enemy equal to the number of weapons you have on the battlefield. Not just on him.
Right, so
On the
it doesn't really
battlefield.
work with Hunker Down.
wait, hunker down.
Because Hunker Down would pull the armor in first, and then that would trigger. Not a weapon.
Wait, what? Not a weapon.
No, not a weapon.
Do damage to an enemy equal to the number of
Weapons,
weapons you
yeah.
have on the battlefield.
So, what is it? Attack drone.
Attack drone, yep.
Sweet.
15 health is a lot.
Man,
5
you're just
attack.
You're just having a great week, aren't you?
Defense. I pulled a Nemesis. Also some prize packs that we got.
Hey, Nemesis with that. So much health, so much damages.
Roadhugger, who's a duplicate.
You pulled a Nemesis, Megatron. Now pull Starscream.
I already told Joe that if I pull Starscream, he's Joe's, and then Joe can just give me a rare. Disruptor Blade is the rare. Second one, I think I may have forgotten to announce the first one. We only have 5 left after this one.
Come on, rare. Come on, rare.
Did I go through all your questions, Joe?
Yeah, I put the thing off to the side. We're done. Frenchie, you got anything for him? I can't
Yeah.
think of anything else.
What do you think about the infinite combo?
How about that?
You already asked that.
Ooh,
So,
When, so does the question end?
3 rares and a super rare?
Yeah.
Alpha Triumph.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
I guess they're sticking true with the other the Wave 2 boxes. Wave 1 was like, it's brutal.
Yeah.
So after you flip battle cards for this character's attack and before defense flips, you may play one of the blue actions that you flipped. So
Blue Prime BL.
yeah. And then when you flip to this mode, return an orange action from your scrap pile to your hand. So maybe encouraging OPBL to go orange-blue. Be interesting. And we've got our 3 unconventional flying objects, so we may have to give him a spin. Red Heat.
Actually, like do kind of orange blue with.
Red Heat we don't have yet. He is the
Beetle.
swap parts on a stick, basically.
What do you think about security checkpoint?
Well, I wish I bought up a ton of them when they were like $2. I did, but I didn't buy up enough of them at that point.
Security checkpoint, $2.
Early on,
Holy
when
crap.
people weren't on blue yet, they were like $2.
About 90.
Now it's how much for a security checkpoint?
It's punishing, but I think also that blue decks kind of need that to keep orange decks at bay.
Do you think that security checkpoint could be something that you could play into an orange deck for this effectivity? Like the fact that you just kill the hand of your opponents at the beginning, if you can.
Yeah, although I guess maybe the downside is that a lot of times OPBL, like if that's the blue deck you're facing, is heavier on actions, so it might not be as effective in that case. But then you just sideboard it out.
Oh, so where did Megatron go?
Chromia, who is a dupe. Detour, who's also a duplicate.
At the start of your turn, 3 or more upgrades. Do 1 damage each enemy. Start of your turn. Oh, you never want to flip them. Oh, I do want to flip them. Roll out. Oh my god.
13. Take like 3 little 4-star Micromasters. Give them weapons. Give him weapon. Blue, just soak up.
Or you can play Alpha Trion and play Hunker Down when you flip it.
Do you think that ISF
And
is a
paint the
must?
character for 4. Maybe
Scavenge the
5.
battlefield. How does that art make you feel, Joe?
Now, folks. That's not bad.
Ooh. I may have shown more excitement for that than Megatron. Got Runamuck, Joe. He's a comment. Complete the team. Right? Runabout, Runamuck. Yep, good. Keep on forgetting which one I have.
Is that Thunderbird? Firebird? Firebird.
Taraxodon, our little pterodactyl guy, turns into a battle axe. He's the guy who, when the upgraded character attacks and you flip at least 2 white, the defender's base defense becomes 0 during this battle. Could be bonkers.
Battle axe.
Uncommon.
You could have just print one on the side, like leave one of them two blank and the other one. Like it cannot be too much.
Waste of ink.
Another heroic team up. Which is basically thrust
Come on,
for
pull
all
rare.
bots.
Give us
So-
a 4 and 1.
I have a question for you. Are you going to ask your parents
I should.
Oops, sorry. French keyboard
did you,
won't
for
stop.
all the combiners that you have? Did you ask
Oh wait,
them?
not for these figures. No. Look at you, Brian! What a week you are having!
Skywarp. When you play secret action, draw a card in robot mode. When you flip into jet mode, return up to 2 secret actions that have different names from your scrap pile to hand.
That's pretty
Right,
good.
it's only Monday. What are you going to do for the rest of the week?
I don't know. I'm just nervous that things are going to like go downhill fast from here.
These past
Red heat.
20, 30 hours have been insane for you, huh?
I think the secret is I just need to not sleep. If I don't sleep, good things seem to happen.
Yeah, you're
Although-
dreaming.
No!
Infiltrate.
I wake up and it's like...
Don't wake up! Don't wake up! Don't take the blue pill. No,
A
the red pill.
4 and 1. Look at you, bro.
Rare is microcapacitors, which is Soundwave Betting Ravage.
Alright,
There's
one
still
pack
more
less.
packs?
Two
in there?
left. Two left.
Oh
Two
my
left. Two
God.
left. 2 left.
4 rares and 2 super rares in one day.
We're going to flip the
20,
table
30
if
hours?
it's like another rare.
Another super rare would be amazing.
Uncommon, it's trigger happy, so
Yeah.
dupe, but that's okay. Flack, who is also a dupe.
Last pack.
Almost.
Come on, super rare. I want it so bad, dude. There's that combat dagger.
I'm happy. I wanted Megatron. I wanted Magnus. I would have liked Magnus a tiny bit more, but I am not going to be upset. Take cover is the rare. So that is reveal if one or more of your characters would take non-attack damage during your opponent's turn. Instead, your characters can't take non-attack damage this turn.
What do you expect for the last pack?
Ultra Mag. A shockwave.
I'm
going for Shockwave.
That's 3. That's
It's all
7 uncommon.
Shoot for the stars. What's the worst that could happen?
Doubles your more.
That's right. That's right.
Come on, think shockwave.
Think.
Go for
shockwave.
broke. You've had a great week. Maybe something will happen.
Yes.
I want to see one on camera.
Would actually like Soundwave because I have Ravage. I have.
Is he uncommon?
Laser.
What is he, rare?
He's uncommon. Storm. So
Now he's going downhill.
common, double,
Alright, go to bed now.
and then just to mock me, Laserbeak.
Oh, you didn't get Soundwave, huh?
Nope.
All right. That's a good
Stefan,
run.
Team Vector Sigma. If anybody has a Soundwave and you want to trade,
It's uncommon. You're not going to see them until...
Battering Ram. So, yeah, that's the box.
That's the box.
That's
How do
the
you
box.
feel for the future of Transformers?
Bright.
Really bright, like sunshine bright.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I don't know. I feel like a new set is about to come out, and I want to say when a new set comes out, they usually they hit you with, okay, that was cool. Now look at this in the future.
It'll be another week or two before we see Wave 4 spoilers.
Or we haven't seen whatever the standalone. Yeah, he's already out there.
This is purple. Over there.
Where's the Decepticon Commons? Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
So I'm pumped up to try some stuff with Sideswipe. Pumped up for Stormcloud to go 4 wide jets. A little bit sad that I didn't get the last Firecon, because that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's... Yeah.
What do you want to try?
Oh man, I think first up we may have to either do something with Trigger Happy,
Yeah.
or I think more likely Runabout and Run Amok, probably the two cars that play off each other.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast and Pastimes for putting this together and letting us get this a week and a half early to start testing some stuff out.
Let's bring this Wednesday.
Hey Kyle, RJ, Kev, Jake,
You should definitely play this against Jacob. He'll
General Megatron.
What is this about?
Good night, guys. Thank you for watching.
Rock and roll.